So here I am at the building in New York, the TEXWORLD City. I'm going into the area. I'm going to show you. We get to the entrance itself. As I'm coming in, I know. I have the app on my phone. She's going to go ahead and scan it. Perfect. All right. Then we get the entrance. So I'm in the show itself, and it is extremely small. I'm completely blown away that this is just one room. These shows usually take up about 2 to 3 buildings, if not more. This is just one room for this particular show. It is a very intimate approach to the fabric textile company, but it is still a far cry from what it used to be. Forecast actually on the wall itself. So this is the presentation I'm most looking forward to. We're going to be going through fabrics and showcasing Mora. He has set aside fabrics that are available for his presentation. So, all right, guys, I found a very good find in this world, New York City. I'm here with Anna. And I just came across her booth here. Is a one-stop manufacturing for any new brand that might want to have their brand put on the map, understand what is necessary. So give me more information on that. Let me hear from you.
We'll do everything from start to finish. If you have a sketch, even if you don't know how to sketch, we'll get it started off the ground, source it, pattern it, fit it, make the sample, digitize it, grade it, manufacturing, and then we have a 12,000-foot photo studio right on 30th and Broadway, so help with production of photo shoots and e-commerce shots while your manufacturing is happening. So basically anything from start to finish that you're going to need, we can take care of you here.
I'll link that in the description box below. All right, guys, guess who I ran into here at TEXWORLD USA? We've got Maida Cisneros and her assistant. Let me see if I can get you in the screen. Fabulous. All the way from Miami, so us Florida women are here to check out New York. It's a small show, but it's intimate, and we're so glad to be able to touch fabric in person again, right?
Finally.
All right.
Yes. Love it.
Okay. Thanks. So we have a live event at the actual show itself, and she is Christine Dow. She's doing a live event, but she's actually doing it on Instagram. So going on Instagram, on your phone, and you go to TEXWORLD here, you can see all the
and then what you're inquiring about.
So
the show is targeted towards designers, but also designers of well-known brands, if that's what you're referring to. There are a lot of well-known brands that come.
She's responding to the live event on Instagram Live, as well as being shown and looked at here at the show itself. So again, the old school style of every single company being here present with a booth is gone. So now they have these headers that are all lined up. You can take one out like this. Go to the TEXWORLD app. Open it up and go to product scanner. Hold it over. It has now scanned that barcode. And when you go to your scan list, there we go. So as it opens up, everything that I have scanned in the show so far is now in my product list. And when you go to each individual one, it gives you all the stats, the minimums that is required if you're interested in that particular product. And okay, also hugely important, where you're going to get your supplies, where you're going to get your threads, where you're going to get your zippers. That also has to be wholesale. If it is not, you are not going to make it, guys, in a company. Everything has to be wholesale in order to get the best price and be competitive in the industry. Now I'm at the fabric forecast and textile forecast.
The face always the sun.
In the show itself. Here it is, and wash. So you can watch it from your smartphone or at the event itself. He's going through the entire process of his presentation, both in person, on the actual floor itself, as well as on your app.
Self-impressions, brush and plush.
Presentation, so this is only for professional use. So the Pantone colors are here, as you can see, the ones that he's forecasting, and he's actually put the numbers of the Pantone colors there so that you can see what is going on. Symbols and names all the way through that to showcase his presentation, showing all of the fabrication and the barcodes. So you can get. Okay, in another part of the showroom, they have these garments all the way throughout, and they have, again, codes that are on here. This particular one, it's either going to be showing you fabrication. This is an actual sample of the fabrication rather than the actual companies being here in person with their entire array of fabrication. Once you scan this, you will be able to see their company and all the other stats, and possibly even get sample yardage or sample cuts and headers. And it's showing you here that it was chiffon lurex, showcasing the actual fabric itself in the garment so that you can get a better idea. I think this is just another way for other manufacturers and textile companies to not have to be here in person and showing the entire line. It is probably more cost effective, but for the other side, that's another story. I would rather have seen the actual companies and their array of swatches at the actual meeting. But maybe this is where it's going post-COVID or still in that stage.
So, how you want to dress? You still want to look good, you still want the clothing to last, and also comfortable. So here we can walk into it and see what it's all about, but the idea is yin and yang. Good and bad, yeah? Natural and synthetic. Once again, all these fabrics here, you can see there's a barcode here. Once you scan it, you like the company, they give you the content, the minimum, and also the company name will be here. And the whole collection will be over there. If you like one of the fabric, you can also go back to the whole library. Most important one again is the content of the fabric. Please spend a little bit of time and look into contents and see what fabric, what mix of the material they put together. And then lucky enough that we're able to find all the samples from what we gather from the supplier. Look how beautiful those colors is. There's a whole new gray here. And at the same time, you touch the fabric, you won't believe how amazing they are. It's just like blow away from what they send us. Because when I walk the show in the past in TEXWORLD, I'm not able to see all these beautiful things. Now we collate them and bring all the mills together. You can see it's absolutely beautiful. Hand sell. Yeah? So it's not silk. It's more durable as well in this transparency. Especially in a little bit more modern terms of color, like I described before. So really not to be afraid, bring in all shades of new gray and put all the blue together and not make a story out of it. It's not nautical, it's not like Brittany kind of look, but it's everyday wear that will last for a long, long time. Yeah, so this is more polyester, textile, lyocell, but in this kind of pigment colors is gorgeous. And also the other thing here is the embroidery. But again, to show you all this story, we have the garments here. Very pretty, soft tones of color, including the knit. And then the other side, the woolly side, when mixed together, this is getting even more and more important. We cannot ignore it. But the easy thing about this is the styling. It's it's not about what garment being the most important, how you put it together. So we have one side that is more playful, I would say a bit more retro, we're still also conversational. So sometimes can be hit in mid-fashion. And then at the end, I always like try to create something more for the TEXWORLD show, bringing all the synthetic fabric to put it there. So it's a very young thing to have these old-fashioned pattern and bricks together. So it's a whole different mix. It depends on how you put it together. But I think the sample show a lot of what I'm trying to say here. Even just simple tractions. If I change the label, put LV in it, it can be done. Yeah. So this is the story. Is how you style, how you present it, how you sell it. And also the other thing we have to complete with the second-hand clothing. If you average 65% of the consumer spending 65% of consumers spending money on the second-hand clothing now is the biggest trend. So we have to do something nicer, and the fabric have to be newer, and it doesn't like the second-hand clothing to be in business. Fabric is very, very important to lift all this retro style, and also to bring something a little bit more classy. I think designers are going to go into this direction. A lot of people ask me after this pandemic, is niche be more important? I think it might not be. I think woven is something probably will be stronger because you own all the knit pieces already. Now you're looking for something a little bit more structured, more investment kind of mood to go into something. So look into some of the construction that's coming in. Okay, so this is a little bit more young street interest. Then we move into the very last story. I think this can be even younger for Gen Z. What's the generation before them, the younger one, Alpha? They want their own colors. So a few years ago, we promote all the recycled material. And then with the meeting, with the international meeting, the French colleagues, we all agree on give them recycled fabric. Because the consumer, younger generation, and then we all agree to promote this range of colors. Which is quite successful. We see more and more coming to this direction. The materials. Don't put it in the lace. Put it in something else. Put it in PU and kind of plastic fabrication. And the most beautiful is mix them together. We play with the hand touch. We also play with different kinds of shine, from opalescent to iridescent. So really playing with a lot of different finishing for all the new fabrication. Again, it's in those kind of artificial tones of colors. So it's totally opposite from the first two stories. We're going to totally artificial and the futuristic world. Didn't mention any of the active wear. Active fabric is into every single story. You don't have to separate them already. Yeah, so sportwear can bring in all the active fabrication. And I think the best sample is over here. We do have a lot of kids. They start to grow up. So sequence, high-end, new stretch from spacer to all this almost like zero graffiti, very lightweight. Again, can be seasons as well too. And to be this side, a little more contemporary. They all can be playing with gator jacket, leather jacket. This one I think is one of the most wanted samples. I see so many people scanning this one. It's very light too. So we try to make some kind of futuristic statement in here to make it fun and playful. So really it's something up the whole season is about what you like, who you are. After we've been locked up for a year, we all find out who we are. So be yourself. We have 4 stories for all different customers to actually build your collection to. The only one thing I have to say, be true to yourself. Do what you know best. Do what you know you like. Once you do it, people relate to it. So that's why we create 4 totally different stories with different tribal people, different kind of mentality. And I hope you have a very successful season. Yeah, thank you very, very, very much.